Trade Genius.
What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. All right, let's dive right into the Bitcoin analysis. A little bit of a pullback here on Saturday, February 15th. We've pulled back to the daily weighted moving average of 20, and not too much of a surprise. We've had a nice strong rally up so far. Healthy rally with decent consolidation areas and pullbacks. The 20 has been holding most of that move up, but if you notice, we did have an RSI divergence here on the daily. And so price taking a break here is not a surprise. You also see that pretty clearly on the 4-hour chart here. You'll notice that price closed higher here, and we had a much lower RSI reading here. So not too much of a surprise that prices pulled back here a few $100s. If we look at the Delta chart, you'll notice that it's also starting to turn colors here. So the futures, the March futures are basically going with this move, confirming this weakness down. Now we are heading into the halving. So again, this is a buy the dip market. So what we're looking at, if you look at the volume profile, you'll notice that we have a volume node where we've initially bounced off of here around the $9,800 level. If that level doesn't hold, you do have a volume void below that, and we're looking at the $9,400 level. I don't think the $9,400 area is a likely target. I think that this 9,800 has a much higher probability of holding. So we'll see how the Delta responds now that we've hit this level. I would be looking for this Delta to start climbing back up, and then our trend heat map to flip back to the bluish color, signifying that it's okay to go back long. If you look at the Bitcoin futures chart, you'll notice we have this area of this volume void here that you've seen in also the spot charts. So this is the futures charts, and it also has a volume void, and we see support down here around that 10,000 mark, which is about where we would be right now if we were to reopen on Sunday evening at these levels. So we will have a nice gap up if that doesn't jump back up before Sunday evening, and especially in an uptrend, especially going into halving, any gaps to the upside are going to be very, very high probability that those fill. So watch that 10,485 level, which equates to about the 10,300 area on the spot price of Bitcoin. Look for that to get filled. I do expect that to bounce up into that relatively soon. But don't be surprised if we do consolidate in here a little bit, just to fill in some of this void area before moving higher. If you notice the cycle repeat chart, we're about where we need to be as far as the model pricing for where we should be in the cycle. And so we overshot it and then overshot it to the downside, and now we're synced back up. You could probably, safe to say at this point in hindsight, blame the Plus token Ponzi in China for kind of skewing the typical price cycle action. But now that that's out of the way, we don't really see any other external forces other than kind of what's going on geopolitically and in the world with the virus and stuff that we're seeing more of a flight to safety with Bitcoin. So it's catching back up to where normally we'd see a consolidation here from the price action, but that's all being equalized out now. And again, we would expect to see a fairly sizable jump again as we get closer to halving, but toward the end of March, this is indicating a pretty big jump where we could see levels approaching all-time highs, really. So exciting stuff there. I do expect that to play out for the most part as we head into halving. So again, guys, just as an update, this pullback, not surprising due to the RSI divergence. I will be looking for our next 4-hour signal to get long in Bitcoin, similar to what we saw here and what we saw here at this $9,200 area dip and the $9,800 dip. So another dip in here, and we should get another one of these signals or a cluster of signals fire off on the 4-hour chart, which if you're interested in getting those, head over to tradelikeagenius.com and you can pick up our signals there. But again, good opportunity to buy. Buy the dip mode is on, and we'll see how this plays out, and we'll give you guys an update later in the week. Sorry for I've been gone for a bit, was down in Orlando training, and then lost my voice and finally got that back. So we'll get more videos out to you guys consistently from here on out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Trade Genius.